Hello everybody and welcome back to a Jedi Dropouts production E3 press conference review. I'm your host Ryan Taylor, and today I'm going to be talking about Microsoft's E3 2018 press conference. Took place yesterday. Now this was another one I did not get to watch live because of my busy schedule. And this was the one that made me realize how fucking hard it is to catch up on everything in an E3 press conference when you don't watch it live. Just looking through articles and lists and YouTube videos trying to catch everything that they announced, revealed, showed off, and talked about. And I think I got it all. I hope I didn't miss anything too important. So, without further ado, let's jump right into everything that Microsoft announced. I think I'm going to start off. I'm not going to do this in the order of announcement. I'm going to go with the non-exclusive stuff first, because they did actually show off quite a few non-exclusive games to Xbox, which, I mean, I'm not going to hold it against a company to show off a lot of non-exclusives. It's important, and those games got to be revealed somewhere. But they don't. They're not as important to me as the exclusive stuff, which is where you really show what you're doing to edge out the competition. So let's see. First off, we have Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice from Software, the creators of the Dark Souls series, Demon's Souls, Bloodborne, all those hard as shit games that I can't do anything with. This looks really fucking cool. Dark Souls, but with a samurai. He has a prosthetic arm and a grappling hook. Now, a lot of people are excited about the idea of a Souls-style game with proper traversal mechanics, which is pretty fucking cool. Yeah. Next year, apparently, 2019, I'm thinking this is not going to be the first From Software game. It is the first. It's not going to be the only From Software game shown throughout E3 this year. I'm thinking they've got more up their sleeve. Of course, Microsoft had to show off Fallout 76, the game everyone's excited about. I'm not going to get too far into that because, I mean, I've got a review on Bethesda to do, and that's definitely where I'm going to be touching on that one. The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit from the creators of Life is Strange, set in the universe of Life is Strange. This game looks like a lot of fun. It really kind of jumped out at me. It's going to be available this month, June 26th, and it is free. So, I mean, you can't lose out on that. Looks like it's based around a kid with a wild imagination, and his imagination, I don't know if it actually comes to life or if it's mostly in his head. I'm not sure what's going on there, but it looks like a really fun game. Metro Exodus, of course, the next entry in the Metro games. I have not really played any of them. It looks just as bleak, and it looks very much in line with what I've seen of the Metro games. Another game that is apparently coming out on February 22nd, 2019. I don't know how so many games will be coming out in that period of time. Let's see. Kingdom Hearts 3, of course. I love that Microsoft showed this off, because this is something that speaks more towards the Sony fan base. But, I mean, there are people who own and play Xbox that are into this type of game. And I noticed that throughout the conference that there were more Japanese-based games shown off than in previous years with Microsoft. The big reveal from this was it's going to feature a Frozen world. I mean, to nobody's surprise, Frozen is bigger than fucking sliced bread at this point. The Division 2, of course, revealed. Not really a surprise. I think everyone saw that coming. It's going to be set in DC. This is supposed to be released March 15th of 2019. Never played a lot of The Division. Never really played a lot of Tom Clancy games, to be honest. But, I mean, it looks cool. It looks brighter. It looks a little more colorful. The environments look more interesting than everything that was in the Division, it kind of looked repetitive. But I mean, I'd never played it. I don't know. I'm not trying to insult the game. Shadow of the Tomb Raider got a trailer. I am fucking excited for that game. That's gonna be shown and talked about more in the Square Enix press conference, so I won't touch on that too much. That comes out September 14th, and I can't wait because I love those games. The one of the more surprising non-exclusive announcements in Microsoft press conference, Devil May Cry 5. Now, I thought this trailer was fucking phenomenal. Like they got you hyped, they surprised you, they showed tons of gameplay, what looked to be an insane boss fight. There's so much going on in this trailer, and apparently they're ignoring DMC a little bit and making this a true sequel to Devil May Cry 5. And it's supposed to be out spring of next year, so it looks... I mean, based on the amount of gameplay they showed in the trailer, I would imagine the game is moving along pretty quickly, and nobody seemed to know about it. It looks wonderful. I mean, I have to be on board for it. Yeah. Now, this was the non-exclusive that actually has me the most excited. I didn't know anything about it. Like, nobody did, really. Jump Force. Now, you're watching the trailer, and you see Dragon Ball Z characters fighting. I believe it was Goku and Frieza, if I'm not mistaken. And you're thinking, okay, this must be some kind of new content for Dragon Ball Fighter Z. And then Naruto shows up. And then, what's his name? Is it Luffy from One Piece? And this is looks like a shonen crossover fighting game, much in the style of Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and it looks wonderful, and I want it immediately. And then at the end of the trailer, they teased Light Yagami and Ryuk from Death Note, and yes, just give me all of that. That's so much hype for that game already. Dying Light 2 got a gameplay trailer. Never played a lot of that one, but I've heard great things. I know people who are really into this, and definitely deserved a sequel based on the reception that the first one got. Just Cause 4 was revealed. It's going to be released December 4th of this year. Fun fucking games. Just absolutely wild from Avalanche Studios. And I'm impressed by the release date and how soon it actually is releasing. Looks great. Looks wonderful. I want to see more. And the last one, and probably the fucking coolest, honestly, Cyberpunk 2077 got a full trailer. This is from CD Projekt Red, the creators of the Witcher series. I fucking love The Witcher, and I've been excited for this game. It looks great. There wasn't any gameplay showed off, really. Just a lot of the world, and the world looks deep and rich and wonderful, and everything about this looks perfect. I can't wait to see more about the actual story, more of the gameplay, see who your protagonist is. Yeah, just fucking great looking game. I can't wait to see when we're gonna get it. Now, that is just the non-exclusive stuff. I gotta dive into all the exclusives. Microsoft packed this conference full of games, and I'm glad they did, because that's a criticism they've had in recent years, that they focus more on the hardware than the games. Okay, backing it right up to the beginning of the press conference, they kicked everything off with the reveal of Halo Infinite, which looks to be a Halo game set, and I don't know if it's set, but much more in the vein of the classic Halo games, away from the direction of Halo 5 and the more recent stuff they've done there. Looks fun. Looks like it's got a pretty warm reception from Halo fans. Then they jumped into Ori and the Will of the Wisp coming next year. Ori and the Blind Forest was such a fucking good game. Very underrated. Not nearly talked about in the way that it should be. It is an amazing platformer. A very touching and heartbreaking game. And Will of the Wisp looks like it has some co-op elements, perhaps. There's some kind of owl creature that looks to be playing as well there. I'm not sure if that is AI or if it is a second player, but it looks great. It looks just as beautiful and wonderful as the first one. Crackdown 3, you got a gameplay trailer. It's apparently coming out February 29th, but I'm not going to hold my breath because this has been delayed over and over again, and I have been excited for this game. My excitement has waned a little bit because of the delays, but this looks so silly and fun and over the top, and I love that Terry Crews is straight up in the game now, which was clearly something they changed about it. This game looks fucking great. I hope we actually get it in February, and I hope I can get my hands on it eventually. One of the few announcements that Microsoft made that wasn't directly a game, Microsoft actually announced the purchasing of various studios during the press conference. They purchased Undead Labs, who are the creators of State of Decay, Playground Games, who have developed various Forza Horizon games, Ninja Theory, the developers of Hellblade, and Compulsion Games, the developers of We Happy Few. And all of these studios are currently working on future Xbox games, which is pretty fucking cool. I mean, they're expanding. They're trying to create more exclusives that appeal to a wider audience, and that's great. I really enjoyed that. I'm glad they didn't spend too much time on it, but that's fantastic. We got the reveal of a new exclusive skateboarding game, Session. A lot of people thought it might have been Skate 4. It was not. It's called Session. It looks great. I'm always up for a good skateboarding game. Long-time Tony Hawk Pro Skater fan, and this looks wonderful. Cuphead got the reveal of an expansion, The Delicious Last Course. I fucking love Cuphead. It is so fucking great. It is perfect in every way. The soundtrack, the characters, the level design, the art style. It is just one of the better games I've played in a very long time, and I'm glad that they're expanding on it. That's coming out next year sometime, and there's a third playable character. The Chalice from the first one, Miss Chalice, is apparently the new playable character. That looks like a lot of fun. Let me see, which of these do I want to talk about first? Okay. So, Gears of War has 3 new games coming out, which was a huge announcement. First, they revealed the Funko Pop-based mobile game, Gears Pop. I have no idea what direction that's going in, but that looks very cute and a lot of fun. Then we have the PC real-time strategy, like tactical-based game, Gears Tactics, which looks very much in the line of like StarCraft, XCOM, that sort of thing. That looks really interesting, and I'm tempted to try that out. I have been a Gears of War fan for some time, and that looks really cool. I like that they're expanding and they're trying to develop the Gears brand. And lastly, of course, Gears 5 was shown. They showed a big cutscene cinematic trailer. This one's featuring a female lead. Kate Diaz is the main character in this one, and they showed off not gameplay, but it was kind of gameplay. I can't guarantee it was direct gameplay or just cinematic footage, but it looks very much in line with Gears of War 4, which was fantastic. Altogether, I really enjoyed the Gears announcements they made. It's one of their better franchises in the Xbox library, and it's good to see them expanding on it. Lastly, this was announced before Gears, but I am so excited. They're working on a new Battletoads game. I love this. I grew up on Battletoads. I love that game so much. I never played much past the original, but that first Battletoads game is wonderful, and this is something they've been sitting on for a while. I mean, they've owned Rare forever, and I'm excited. I love the humor in that little reveal. They didn't show anything, but they were self-aware. It was funny, and that's it for Microsoft's E3 conference. I thought it was a great showing. I thought it was better than previous years. They actually showed a lot of games, a lot of great exclusives here. And as always, not always, but we're trying to push our good pizza scale. We're trying to stay on top of it and keep up with it. So, let's see. Let's give this a score. I know it is just announcements and trailers, but I like that, and I'm going to score this 6 slices out of 8 on the good pizza scale. I thought this was a great press conference. I really did. And that's it for my review of the Microsoft E3 Conference 2018. I thank you again for listening. Really appreciate it. You can find my other E3 press conference reviews over at www.jedidropouts.podbean.com or anywhere that podcast can be found. And of course, over there you can always find other episodes of Jedi Dropouts, our main podcast, or our anime spin-off, Final Form. And over on Twitter, you can find me at Shenanigandolph. I'm going to be live tweeting as many press conferences as I possibly can throughout the week. Excited for Square Enix later on today. Hopefully we get some big news there. Thanks again, and do not forget to drop out later.